I thought that could have been in something else versus more important subject matters. And again, you brought up another good point, is there was no communication from the mayor or any council member.
Yes, there was no council member wrote in here whatsoever.
In this issue.
And you know, not even a letter from the mayor.
And
I'm thinking, you know, since it seems like the mayor is doing about the same amount of work as the council members are now, I think that they should actually amend their compensation ordinance such that the mayor makes the same pay as the council members. I think that that is actually something that they can do, since they found that they, you know, they want to distribute all the responsibilities equally throughout the council. Then I think they should all make the same pay.
well, and with that, part of that is writing and attending different meetings, and you know, some of those meetings haven't been attended by the council members or the mayor. And this month, to Ms. Judeman's own admission, she was supposed to write in the June monthly newsletter, and she did not do so.
And I asked the city manager, Antonin, whose rotation it was to write for the Maplewood Monthly a couple months ago, because there wasn't any council corner.
That's right.
A couple months ago either, and the city manager who runs the city didn't know. How could you not remember that?
And especially when it's in the meeting minutes, or it should be in the meeting minutes.
Yeah.
I know what was. But another thing, too, is what was mentioned, the city manager, who has more input with some of these meetings than the actual mayor, if he's ever there, or different council members. One of the things that he had mentioned that they were going to start up is having a new program for the city of Maplewood, where the departments would showcase themselves for the citizens.
Oh, and yes, that's right.
That was so interesting. So they've been looking for different names for a while, and so I had asked today, what has been happening with that? Because you had mentioned that several months ago, and we haven't, as citizens, seen anything happen. And he said, supposedly now, the show is going to be called Spotlight on Maplewood, and it's going to be actually starting to tape next week, and the Citizens Service Director, Ms. Karen Guilfoyle, is going to be the first one that starts filming next week for the first taping, and it's going to be taped right here at SCC. And again, a question that was brought up today is, how much addition to the finances is this going to cost the citizens of Maplewood?
Wow.
That was a question. We'll have to get back on actually how much the citizens are going to have to pay, because, of course, that wasn't put into the budget.
Right. Now, one of the things, of course, is that when I heard what the name of the new program would be, Spotlight on Maplewood, maybe I just have a quirky mind. I'm not sure. But the first thing I thought of was there's another program that I've seen on public access TV that's called Spotlight on Conspiracy. Now, so I think we're going to have a little opportunity for a little satire.
I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity for that.
But no, I understand. We do have some of the film footage from the last 15 minutes of the Citizens Forum, when the citizens could finally talk about some issues that were different than just talking about the fire department. So let's see what we got. One question that I had that I wanted to ask, and then I just on this fire issue, but then I have a couple questions that are on fire department related. But with regard to the fighter recruitment for the paper calls. Well, I guess there was one more question having to do with the fire department. Well, I'm going to summarize that so they can speed forward to where some of the citizens were talking. But the question that I was bringing up is that in looking at recruiting for our paid-per-call firefighters, do they have any special particular ways that they've been doing outreach to those citizens in our community that are in the, the Hmong community, for instance, because it's my understanding that in Maplewood now that approximately 10% of our population is of Hmong descent, and I've also heard from a number